What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Call of Duty World War II on BlackTideTV. We're back on the struggle bus today with another late night upload and no double. We're doing another review here today, and that is of the Sten submachine gun. This is more of an offshoot to my original weapon review series where we'll be talking about all of the DLC supply drop weapons, whichever you prefer to call them. I've neglected to post a new regular weapon poll to my Twitter page in a while, so right after this video goes live, I'll post a new poll over there on my Twitter page at BlackTideTV. You guys can vote on which weapon you'd like to see next. However, I won't be pinning it, so you'll have to do it very, very quick. The poll is only going to be up for a couple hours, so first people of this video, if you want to see a specific weapon for a weapon review, head over there and vote on one of the 4 options. But what can be said about the Sten? When I first picked up the Sten, I found that the only major significance of this weapon is its historical accuracy. Historically, in World War II, this weapon was very cheap. It's like one of the cheapest weapons ever made. It was very mass-produced, and for those reasons, as a consequence, it's a somewhat unreliable weapon. It jammed a lot, and I found that on my first use of the Sten in game, it was pretty unreliable. I found that sometimes I was destroying people, sometimes I was just getting laid out, and there was nothing incredibly special about it. I couldn't find something that made this weapon stand out. However, with some extended use, I was able to uncover the secret strength of the Sten, so to speak, say that 10 times fast, and I've found it similar to the Gefähr. I've just tested the Gefähr, and there is one little tiny secret where if you use this specific attachment, or if you use the weapon in this specific game mode, or if you, like all of these DLC weapons, they are very special in one particular circumstance. And as long as you are following that little rule to a T, your weapon will be much, much better than before. The Sten actually has 2 of these little secrets. The first being an increase to its damage. So the weapon does have a 3 to 6 shot kill, which is slightly higher damage and slightly lower damage than a lot of other SMGs. Most SMGs are in the 4 to 5 shot kill range. This one does have that 3 shot kill, but it's very similar to the MP40. If you've used the MP40, it does have a 3 shot kill range, but it's like you can reach out and slap a guy. That's how close the 3 shot kill range is, and then it'll drop off to a 4. However, with the Sten, if you're using advanced rifling, it will actually extend the 3 shot kill range. And most of you are probably like, well, obviously it's going to extend every range. That's not exactly true. In this game, the advanced rifling attachment on SMGs doesn't work, right? Not sure if it's a glitch or if it's intended, but it usually only increases your second damage range. So normally it would extend the 4 shot kill range, not the 3 shot kill range. But on the Sten, it will extend the 3 shot kill range, so advanced rifling is absolutely recommended at all times. Best attachment you could possibly have on this, maybe alongside another attachment that we'll be talking about in just a moment. But that 3 to 6 shot kill is not bad, and it's going to make this weapon perform very, very well in hardcore as well, with a 1 to 2 shot kill overall in most ranges. In terms of accuracy, it's got above average in-class overall accuracy. It's kind of got strange recoil properties. It doesn't just kick straight up. It kind of bobs back and forth like left to right, which can make it a little bit more difficult to aim with. I prefer a strictly vertical recoil pattern. A lot of people like the side-to-side recoil. That's why a lot of people like the Type 100. At the end of the day, the Type 100 is still more accurate. However, I would instead consider the Sten a bridge between that weapon in terms of accuracy and the MP40 in terms of damage. The Sten also suffers from a great amount of idle sway and a little known idle sway glitch. A saving grace is the iron sight, or rather the iron sight of the base variant. Depending on how you unlock this weapon, you may not have the base variant, and so I'm just wasting my breath. But the iron sight is very clean, very usable at longer ranges, especially in hardcore game modes. The Sten is among the slowest firing SMGs in the game, slightly faster than the Type 100 at 638 RPM. I think the Type 100 is 625, so it's the 3rd slowest, just above the Type 100, which is just above the grease gun. Now, I wouldn't naturally recommend hip firing with a weapon with such a low rate of fire, if not for the extremely competent hipfire control and accuracy even at long range here. That's the secret. The Sten is incredibly competitive when you are hip firing. It is like a hip fire machine, and when you stack steady aim, this weapon becomes unstoppable. You barely have to aim down sights, especially in hardcore, and especially when you are close range. The 3-shot kill makes this thing a WWII on steroids in terms of straight damage output. The WWII may spray and pray and you may drop people quickly, but this weapon will drop people in 3 shots. And you stack advanced rifling, you stack steady aim, you can just bottom people without ever putting in the effort of aiming down sights. It seems strange, I know. I found it strange at first as well. But even the design of the weapon almost makes you want to hipfire it. It's just made to be hipfired, and I can't tell you why. It doesn't make sense statistically, but it's just great. Realistically, I believe this weapon has the same hipfire cone as every other SMG. This weapon just does it better. When it comes to magazine size, reload speed, this weapon features a very respectable run-of-the-mill magazine size of 32. Extended mags brings that to 48. And the weapon can be reloaded very, very quickly without the need of hustle. Though I would recommend that you stick with advanced rifling and steady aim over extended mags. It's got good swap times, sprint in and out speeds, ADS and movement speeds, basically everything you'd expect from an SMG. And for a final class build, I would recommend an aggressive stealth build, airborne division suppressor, advanced rifling then cancelling out the depletion of your range from the suppressor, and flanker or inconspicuous basic training. For a final rating, this weapon is going to get a 6 out of 10, slightly above average, but make sure you're hip firing. Hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe if you're new, head over to my Twitter and vote on that poll, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.